Hi, I'm Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, a professor of psychology at the University of Toronto, although currently on leave, a clinical psychologist, an author, and a speaker. My last book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, published in 2018, sold almost 6 million copies across more than 50 languages. The speaking tour associated with that book encompassed 130 cities across more than a dozen countries. I wrote 2 other books as well, one more academic, Maps of Meaning, The Architecture of Belief, published in 1999, and my newest work, which, like 12 Rules, was written for a broad public audience. It's entitled Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. It's available as of March 2nd, 2021. As an academic, I also authored or co-authored more than 100 peer-reviewed scientific journal articles on topics related to personality, aggression, drug and alcohol use, and religious and political belief. In 2010, I started to put my university lectures on YouTube so that they could be freely accessible. They have since collected hundreds of millions of views, to my great surprise, partly on my channel and partly on others who have clipped and edited and shared my work. There's clearly a great public hunger for such material. You can find the links to the English channels in the description below. My lectures and books focus on value and meaning. Life is difficult, and people need to find a meaning in their endeavor that is of sufficient depth to make contending with that difficulty worthwhile. Much of that meaning appears to be found in the voluntary adoption of responsibility for ourselves as individuals, for our families, and for our communities. Happiness tends to flee from those who pursue it. This is not to say that happiness is to be despised. We should welcome it gratefully when it appears. However, it is more likely to make itself known and to persist not when that is the aim, but when we are properly shouldering our moral obligations. I believe that this philosophy is the necessary counterpart to a too often voiced insistence on each of us being granted our due rights. In late 2020, my team and I began to release authorized professional translations of my video lectures and writings outside of my books in languages other than English, in the hope that people from all over the world might find them meaningful and useful. We are releasing this material in longer pieces on YouTube and in clips on social media channels such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We plan releases in French, Russian, Arabic, Malaysian, Indonesian, Hindi, Mandarin, Serbian, Swahili, Spanish, Portuguese, Korean, and Japanese. You can find the launch dates for and links to each language in the video description below. Contributions to this project, also enabled through the relevant links below, will help speed the release and increase the volume of translated material. I would very much like to thank my viewers, listeners, and readers for their constant, sincere, and thoughtful support.